Yeah, try to adjust my table. Good evening. Okay. We wait for everybody come in and everybody say hello to me so I know the live stream is on. Let me just get ready the slides. Okay, and um, yeah, yes. All right, cool. Hello. Thanks for liking and yes, Eileen. Wow, you're number one today. Andy. Okay. Yes, how good to see you. Jason, good to see you. Amy, good to see you. Okay. Well, Amy, you got a very good photo here. You look wonderful in the photo. Okay. Most people don't put a YouTube photo. That's not very good. Yeah. Okay. So I can really see. Yeah. So Eileen, yes. Thank you. Thanks everybody for liking. Okay. Pinky, hi. Good evening to you. Yes. Xiu Qing, good evening to you too. Chloe, yes. Keng Soon, good evening to you. Louis, good evening to you. SY Tang, good evening to you. Okay. Jesse, good evening to you. Keng Soon, good evening to you too. Yes. Okay. Chong Ming, good evening to you. Thanks for liking. I really appreciate this. Okay. Jessica, good to see you. Jessica got a nice picture as well. Okay. Consecutive day of like. Okay. Thank you. Okay. VK and Alex, thank you very much for liking. Okay. So today I have a new system. Okay, I have a new system. Andy, I explained what happened. Yes, I'm still in Korea. Tomorrow, Kate Lu is joining us, and maybe we can hear Kate Lu singing as well. Okay, Mike, good to see you. I look very tired. It's it's late at night. Yes. Okay. So what was? Oh yeah, I have a new system. Okay, so I borrowed a Premium Mall Like and Share system. So I thought that in order to encourage people to do uniquely like in YouTube. Okay, so if you notice today in our description there are two links. Okay, the second link is a link to our slides today, but the first link is a link for you to submit a screenshot of your like. Okay, now and it's not a big deal. So Stephen, you can okay. So for those who have liked, okay, just submit a screenshot of your like through the first link, and you can download my article. Okay, so I'll try to write an article once every 2 days or something like that, something unique that I never shared before. Today the article is about the top 3 finance book that I like. Okay, and I explained to you what I created. I also I wrote a page to explain why I like those books, and more importantly I provide the book summary in case you got no time to read. Okay, there are 3 books there. I'm not going to tell you what books are they. So a lot of people ask them, so Mr. Lu, what books do you read? What books do you read? Okay, you do a like and screenshot it. Okay, and just submit there. The system automatically will give you the link. Okay, yes. The first book is very easy to read. I think less than 50 pages or something like that. Okay. Yes, there are 20,000 followers right now. And it really goes to show how big the movement have become, and I'm very appreciative of it. Okay, yes. Good evening. Finally managed to catch you live. Man of Culture. Wow, what an interesting name. Okay, so as you would like, please submit your like just in the screenshot there, and then we will be able to see. Able download the article that I've written. Okay. Yes, but anyway, the article is just encouragement for most people to do like. Okay, but if you would be very kind, just do a like. I think will help to promote the video. All right, cool. Given tonight is very late, I'm just going to cover a quick part on the stock market, and then I'll talk about the property market. Okay, so the title of my talk today is that the Singapore property market has started to fall. So the numbers have came out today, yesterday or something like that. The numbers have started to indicate that Singapore property has started to fall. Remember, we always have this discussion, Do we think that Singapore property will continue to go up, flat, or go down? I think it was mixed. Most people think 50-50. A lot of people think that Singapore property will never go down. That is not true anymore. Okay, that is totally not true anymore. The Singapore property prices have started to fall. But before I start on the Singapore property, I want to cover also a very interesting topic, which is the stock market for tonight. Okay, so just about 2 hours ago, there was a news that just came out on the US. Oh yeah, sorry. So yes, okay. Wen Liang, don't tell people what the book is, okay? Yeah, let people go and do the like. You all do like, submit your like in the first link, okay? And then once you like it, and then my article will be there, okay? Yes. So anyway, this talk is not meant to tell you to buy or sell your stocks. It's more mainly for education and entertainment, okay? So the MAS don't come after me, okay? A quick word on the stock market, okay? A quick word on the stock market, okay? A quick word on the stock market, okay? Number one is this. About 2 hours ago, a job report came out. And we have this payrolls and wages, okay, blow past expectation, flying in the face of Federal Reserve rate hikes. Basically, what happened is that the non-farm payroll, okay, in Chinese case, 非农数据, non-farm payroll increased to 263,000 for the month, okay, and that number was well above the 200,000 estimate, okay. So basically, the payrolls, basically jobs increase actually went up significantly, and the unemployment rate was flat month on month, but the hourly earnings went up 0.6% for the month, okay, double the estimate. 5.1% versus the 4.6% expectation. So this is a good job report, which is bad for stock market. Okay, so it's such a pity, right? We have got, remember the talk I had yesterday. We have Jerome Powell say he's looking at 3 types of components of a CPI. Number one is the goods market. This one has came down. Number 2 is the housing market. This one, looking back, because of the way it's constructed, is going up, but all the latest figures are coming down. So more or less, these are 2 ticks in the box. The third one was showing some signs of coming down, okay, but yet this official report that just came out, show that it's still going up. So basically, what will the Federal Reserve do? Okay, all right, okay, thank you. Basically, the Federal Reserve will, okay, yes, sorry, I won't be attending the Money Hour event. I already said many times in my Telegram and in my YouTube. Okay, I really can't make it. I apologize to the organizers. Okay, yeah. So anyway, back to this one. So basically, this simply means that the Federal Reserve will continue to ramp up the interest rate. What we are not sure is what now you continue to hit at 0.755% or 0.5%. I think it will still go at 0.5%, but I don't think the stock market will, as a result, become overly bullish. Okay, it's a pity because all the signs were pointing towards a decline in the inflation rate, except this one thing. Now, however, that said, if the overall inflation numbers still continue to decline rapidly, okay, then we could see, okay, a softening of the Federal Reserve funds. So it basically means that interest rate will continue to go up and potentially go up strong. Okay, so that's so much for stock market. I don't know what's the stock market right now. I'm very sure the market will be down, okay, today, but I don't think it will be fiercely down. So this is considered a little bump, okay, in our path to recovery. remember I always said the path to recovery will be a volatile recovery, right? Because all this news start coming out. Okay, so that's life. Okay, that's life. All right, but we have a lot of retrenchment that's happening right now. Not just in US. Today, I think Carousel just announced retrenchment of a few hundred staff or something like that. I think it was Quek Siu Rui, the CEO and founder. I think the two founders, actually I know them, Marcus and Siu Rui. They just announced, actually they're retrenching staff. So it's a serious matter that's hitting also the tech sector in Singapore. Okay, cool. Okay, for those people who just came in, we have a new system. Okay, we have a new system of 50 staff laid off, not a few hundred, sorry. We have a new system for you. If you were to submit your okay, in a screenshot, in a link that I've already posted, okay, 110 workers. Okay, so I didn't read wrongly. So if you submit your link, then you will get a special article from Mr. Lu on the top 3 finance books that I like. Okay, and these are life-changing books for me. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about property market, shall we? Everybody loves to talk about property market. Okay, so this is the oh wow, wait a minute, let me dim this thing. Okay, this is the private non-landed housing prices declined 0.7% in October. NUS SRPI flash estimate. So this is a NUS research that is conducted regularly since 2009, and they've been monitoring prices, okay, on an ongoing basis on a transaction, and they found that non-landed housing prices has declined for the first time in a long time. Okay, in fact, if you were to look at this graph started in 2009. You go up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, there's a little bit of down, okay, in the month of October. Okay, so that cuts across all sectors. So for the central area, excluding small units, it went down. For the non-central unit, it also went down. And for the small units, it also went down. And small units is defined as floor area less than 500 square feet. I just wonder why people want to buy, houses so small. 500 square feet, okay, studio apartment, basically is the rent now. So let me read to you, okay, the SRPI, actually I don't know what SRPI stands for, okay, tracked by the Institute of Real Estate and Urban Studies at NUS, measures the price movement of private non-landed residential property in Singapore. Specifically, the index tracked a basket of 759 private residential property that were completed between October 2003 and September 2021. Okay, and basically they are looking at a price fall, okay, of between 0.4% and 0.6% and 0.8% depending on which area. Okay, so therefore it is now clear until cannot clear. All the trends that we have been talking about that's happening globally in New York, in California, in London, in Berlin, in South Korea, in Hong Kong, in China, in almost London, Paris, everywhere is happening, has now hit Singapore officially. Okay, for those people who think that Singapore property prices will only go up and never go down, this is the first sign. This is the first clear sign that it has come down. I'm not celebrating, okay, but I'm just saying that I'm just reporting this, and later I'll give you my take on this, okay. And actually we need to take a look at the broader picture. Okay, the broader picture is that the Singapore real estate investment has fallen 70%, largely driven by the commercial sector. Has actually came down a lot, okay, by the commercial sector has also. In fact, the commercial sector falls by even more because interest rate gone up too much already. Yeah, okay. A report by Cushman and Wakefield, okay, shows that total investment sale across all sectors fell to 3.35 billion from a high of 16 billion, okay, and this posted a 39% decline, and blah 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 blah. It basically dropped a lot, okay. In fact, a commercial sector was responsible for much of the plunge, with trades of office and retail asset dropping 95%. That's a lot, right? Dropping 95% from the second quarter, as sales of smaller assets as strata office and shophouse dominated the market, and investors back off from mega deals requiring large-scale borrowing. In short, borrowing cost is really hitting the market. Okay, so new private home sale also fall by almost 70% in October amidst lack of major launch. There was a major launch, right? Okay, and this was in October. This was the lowest sales ever since COVID. Okay, since COVID, and this is quite serious. So with the exception of what's that that Tengah EC, actually, it actually has gone down. So excluding executive condominium, developers sold 312 units last month, down from 987 units in September. Okay, this was the lowest monthly sale since April 2020. Okay, so I think it's quite a serious matter. Okay, and by the way, HDB resale volume also dips in October following property cooling measure. First drop in 8 months. Okay, so all across the board, the property market has softened. And basically, even South China Morning Post actually said that basically there's a wait and see approach among buyers in the wake of new cooling measures. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so what's the bottom line? The bottom line is this. Okay, the bottom line is this. Okay, there's really no need to rush to buy a property. There's really no need to rush to buy a property, right? I think back to the same point right now, there's no need to rush to buy a property. You can afford to wait. You can afford to watch the market right now. Can you all give a like, please? Okay. You can afford to wait. You can afford to watch what happened in the, that's happening in the property market and see. Let's take a look at the economy, right? Clearly, the job market in US is still hot. So what would the Federal Reserve do? They will continue to whack interest rate rises. When interest rate rise and rise and rise, what happens in US? When US interest rate rise and rise, the Singapore interest rate will rise and rise and rise as well. Okay, and when the US interest rate rise and rise, what happened? Globally, all interest rate rise, and our Singapore interest rate rise, and as a result, your mortgages will also rise, and it will be hit. Okay, so therefore, there is a no need. Okay, no need to rush into a property purchase right now. Okay, and I think that's the key message that I have. Okay. All right, cool. There's a lot of people actually say something about Mr. Lu that I want to correct. Okay, let me say categorically clear. Okay, Mr. Lu is not anti-property investment. I'm not anti-property. Sorry, I'm not against property investment. I'm not against property investment. Okay. Yes, I promote a lot of CPF investments. I promote a lot of stock market. Okay, what I'm truly against, and I'll explain to you. But here I want to say, okay, and I think, okay, that property investment is an important part of asset diversification. I think everybody should have some assets diversified out. Okay. Some in bonds, some in CPF, some in stock market, some in equity, some in property market, and so on. So as diversified as possible, because if you diversify out, then upturns and downswings of one sector will not hit the other. Okay, although a lot of times, in a huge COVID type crash, everything also go down. But in most times, different asset move in different direction, and that is property diversification. But let me just be critical and categorically clear what I'm most buay-tahan about property investment. Okay, number one, okay, ownership. people rush to own private property as a show off of social status. You want to stay in private property, show that you can howl in, and you feel that staying in private property makes you one up. Makes you one up against HDB dwellers. That I'm very against. Okay, there's no need to do that. There is no need, okay, to that. It doesn't mean that you stay in the private property means you one up. It just simply means that you pay a hell lot more money. Okay, so this is why I call that it's a trade-off and not an upgrade. Drop this stupid word called upgrade. Okay, moving from private property to from HDB to private property is not an upgrade. Okay, now actually it's a downgrade. The size has become smaller, right? So and then you pay a hell lot more, for everything. You pay for amenities and all this kind of thing, but you got no time to use. Yeah, okay. It's perfectly okay for you to stay in private property to enjoy certain proximity to amenities, to enjoy certain life, and you like the decorations or whatever, kind of thing. But do not do it just because you want a higher social status, and as a result push your financial limits in the process. So that part of it I'm against. Okay, who agree with me say me. Okay, who don't agree with me say not me. Okay, I seriously don't agree that you should buy a private property to show off. Who are you showing off to? Yeah, no, it's some private property are very close to MRT station, very near to city whatsoever, but some HDB are also in the category, right? So really it's really not about social status. Okay, let me just, yes, unfortunately HDB don't have swimming pool, and you would like to have swimming pool downstairs. Yes, I can understand that, right? So and HDB don't have gym. I don't need a gym. I run downstairs in my park and things like that, when I'm in Singapore. But really, this part I'm super against. Now there's a group of people who believes that if you stay in HDB, your neighbors are a lower class type of people. People urine in lifts, people smoke, I don't know, litter. Your neighbors are of a lower class whatsoever. I stay in the HDB my whole life. I never felt that's a problem. Okay, it's true. Maybe you will meet all walks of life. I actually consider that a privilege. Yeah, I consider it a privilege to be able to stay with heartlanders. I like my children to stay with heartlanders, and we are heartlanders ourselves, right? There's no need to feel that you need to stay, atas. So I think I make it very clear on this one. Okay, the second thing I Dragon Tan, hello, good to see you. Okay, stressed to be Mr. Lu neighbor. No lah, I don't see any issue. Okay, what I against is over leverage, borrow too much money, borrow from parents. Okay, borrow from the bank, over push yourself too much, overstretching your financial ability. That part I disagree. Okay, just because you want a private property, okay, and what we call amochu, and then as a result you push yourself a limit, borrow a lot of money, right? Then you become slave to your property. You don't dare to move job, you don't dare to take up entrepreneurial passions and risks that you might want to take whatsoever. I have a friend who is a very entrepreneurial person, but he went to buy 2 landed houses. As a result, kena stuck in a job. Then the company retrenched him. Then after that, his blood pressure shot up to the roof. What for, right? What for? Okay. Last one is that we got to realize that property selection risk and timing risk is very high. Okay. Now I'm also okay. So in the case of private property, in the place of stock market, let's say you buy a stock market. Okay, even invest wrongly, is usually a small segment. Most of us wouldn't harm your whole house, your whole bank account into one shot. You would have broke it up. You know, if you follow what Mr. Lu does, I break it up into a lot of pieces, and then slowly buy. So the timing risk is very low, and the selection risk, you would have buy, a huge basket of stocks, you buy this, that. So in some sense, the selection risk and diversification advantage is there. But when you buy a property, the selection risk is very high. Yeah. Okay. The what you can hear pedicure in the background. Sorry, Mama. People can hear you doing pedicure. Okay. So anyway, sorry, okay. So so it comes to you can actually have suffer quite a bit of selection risk because you when you buy a property, if you buy wrongly, you cannot buy you cannot buy most of us can only buy one or two property. Okay, most of us can only buy one or two property max. Okay, there's some people here very rich can buy a few, but most of us can only buy one or two property, and if you select the one property wrong, then you had it. Yeah. So even you stock market, you buy sway, I realized that a lot of people buy their property for many reasons. Number one, for a roof over their house, but largely also in a hope that you appreciate. So the investment component of your owner occupied house is very important. It's just like recently we were trying to sell a Rolex. I don't understand why the interest in Rolex is so high. So I have this Tag Heuer, which I have how many years?
22.
I got a Tag Heuer watch for 22 years. Okay, to me a few $1,000s watch is damn expensive. From young I always use those Casio watches and things like that. So when I have one of these few $1,000s watch, heart pain, I know it's business, so I held on to it. Then I didn't realize that everybody is crazy about buying Rolexes. Huge interest in Rolex. Then I started to interview a few people. Then I realized that no, I thought they buy Rolexes to those along, show off, Rolex, the kind of thing. No, most people buy Rolexes not to wear. They keep it in a safe or keep it something in a drawer, nicely frame out whatsoever, in the hope that you will appreciate. And then they'll sell it. Same for property. Most of us, when we buy the EC or buy whatever property, there's a large component of it that is in a hope that you appreciate. And there's nothing wrong with it, okay? So therefore, you want to be careful with the selection risk. Now that's where experts like Dragon Tan, I just saw you, Dragon Tan. Dragon Tan say hello to everybody and to me. Okay, it's uncoordinated, okay? And an expert like this will be able to tell, but I think the selection risk is very, very high. So in a nutshell, I'm totally in support of property investment as a portfolio approach for asset diversification. But again, number one, buying, you feel pressure to buy a private property to show off, maybe to your wife, to your mother-in-law, parent-in-law, your friends, your bosses, whatsoever. And the second is, you stretch yourself, over leverage too much. Someone just said, but with the TDSRs limiting, you can borrow money from parents. A lot of them do that, right? Okay. And number one is that you are ignorant of the selection risk and timing risk, right? So yes. Yeah, so you see, Dragon, hey Dragon, you comment on property more parquet, comment on Rolex, people don't know you're expert also, okay? Yes, so anyway, so jokes aside on Rolexes, I think my bottom line is that there's no need to rush mad 20,000 people chong to the EC to buy it, okay? So yeah, okay. Oh, borrow from parents, then how the parents retire? Oh, Singaporean, there's a lot of very rich Singaporean parents who agree with it. Say me, I agree. There's a lot of very rich parents that love to buy private property for their kids. Okay, who agree with me? Say me. That one I know. Like, it's like yeah. I don't see, yeah. I think some help is necessary, maybe for their BTO. I think that's okay. You push them into private property. What are you educating your kids? Yeah, okay. So I'm not saying, yeah, okay. So anyway, yeah. So okay, so let's have some comments, shall we? Yeah, let's have some comments and any questions. Okay. So the interest now is likely to continue to go up, which unfortunately might hurt the stock market. But let's hope that we'll live past it in mid of December. But clearly the increase in the interest rate will hurt will definitely spill over from US to Singapore, and then the mortgage rate will go up. Okay, so hello, less than half of you have given a like, please. Okay, and hit subscribe. Okay, hit subscribe. And the bell, the alert, okay, so that when I go live, you all can see. We'll be monitoring the market very closely every day, okay? Yep. Okay. So any questions or any comments? Okay. Like to hear from everybody. Dragon, Dragon Tan, any comment? What's the interest rate now for property? I don't know, man. The last was 4.5%. I think it will go up. Okay. Yeah, I think it will go up. Current EC size of more than 1,200 square feet is pricing out even those who are hitting the max combined income of 16K, 1.6 million. 16K can buy $1.6 million house. I see. Do you think, Mr. Lu, you think those who believe in online guru asking people buy sell one, buy two will be affected most by this high interest rate? Of course, because they basically tell them to leverage a lot. Yeah, so I think it's a bit dangerous. Yes, okay. How long will fixed interest rate increase? I don't know. What do you mean? How long fixed interest rate? I think interest rate will continue to increase for sure. Okay. Maybank home interest rate is at 5.85%. You serious? Really? Wow, that's a lot, man. Okay. Correct. Regardless of earning power, HDB dwellers get service and conservancy rebate, utility rebate from government. Going to private, no rebate. I actually get some rebate, which I a bit paiseh to take. Okay, I actually get some rebate, small rebate, not a lot. Okay, 16K, buy $1.6 million house, may need grandparents to help as well. Okay. I don't think I bought anything more than, I've never bought anything more than, more than $1 million. Never. Okay, I can't imagine myself doing that. Okay. Do you think interest rate hit 8%? I don't think so. Okay, but it's bad enough. Now property prices falling, will HDB resale price follow? I think so as well. Okay, small fall. Okay, 8% I go bankrupt already. Okay, I don't think I'll go 8%, but don't need to go for 8%. 5-6% already. Beta tahan already. Tak boleh tahan. Okay, yeah. So I think S&P 500. Okay, I consider that. Yeah, consider that not. Yeah, I consider that not buying but investment. Oh, my S&P 500 profits have went past 100,000 again. Okay, my wife got to thank me. She make a few $1,000s or so. Okay, but I think after today it will drop down again. Yeah, the problem is that actually it shot up quite a lot, but the US dollar went down. So yeah, at one point of time it went up to $150,000 profit. That was somewhere in June, before Jerome Powell came out and Kepo and Kaupe, and then it crashed again. Yeah, this time around I'm very I'm gonna push. I'm gonna see how far I can push. Do you think S&P 500 bottom already? I think so. My opinion, yes. To buy beyond your means will only cause more pain than the status you get. No, a lot of people, I kid you not, a lot of people buy houses for status. When I was a CEO in a Singtel division, a Singtel subsidiary, all my staff stays in private houses. So when Chinese New Year come, I invited them to come to my house. My senior, my first night of report. My first night of report are minimum, that time of CEO are minimally directors. Singtel directors quite big. When they all come, they say, how come my boss stay in HDB? So, yeah, that's life. Okay. Yes. And I still stay in HDB. Yes. Yeah. It's okay. But I'm very comfortable in my HDB. Yeah. So I've gone through the pain before now, but yeah. You have the pain, your pain is staying in a condo, now back HDB. What's wrong with HDB? Yeah. Directors earn how much? Minimally 250k to 300k, something like that, a year. Yeah. Okay. And those were those days, not even now, 10 over years ago. Okay. Let's look at China. China seems like opening up. I hope it's a slow opening up. Slow opening up. If it's a slow opening up, it's good. Big open up. Every Chinese, don't you think their economy very bad? Chinese got no money to come out. Everybody come out. The whole freaking world is going to overrun with inflation. Yeah, I tolong, please. Okay. I saw Dragon Tan send me something funny. Okay, anyway. Okay, so yeah, Dragon Tan atas. Okay. So yeah, so any other, okay. Why would I tell people how much I earn a month? What a silly question to ask. Yes. We need to poise ourselves to work out, okay? I got friend in China, now people there sharing will open up after Chinese New Year. I think so. I think it's going to a lot of overpaid tech jobs no more. Crypto bull or die, hopefully can offset the Chinese increasing spending. I don't think so, yeah. Okay. So I don't think that at this juncture the job market is softened yet. Yeah. Can you share a link to you just Google the article is there. Yeah, just Google. Yeah, okay. Just Google it. What's so difficult? My article is really there. I really hope that inflation will come down. Okay, yes. All the signs are coming down. What we don't want is a black swan event. Yes. It's very hard to employ good workers. Yeah, I find it very difficult. I can't get good workers. Okay, yeah. If inflation rise again due to Chinese spending, will they increase hike again? Yes, unfortunately. Yes, for sure. Okay, we cannot have the inflation go up. Then we really at the 10 years 10 date is the lost decade of US. Okay, so we cannot have that happen. Yeah. Okay. Property is the best to fight inflation. Yes. Well, one of the best hedge against inflation is property. That is true. Okay. What we're not sure is this inflation will last long or not. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So with this, I hope that give you a real-time report. Let me say again, I have I make probably a wrong judgment. I was told by my 1965 group that the hardware zone got people was writing about me. So I went there to take a look. Wow, it's a very hostile group and things like that. So I was trying mostly I think young people. So I was trying to educate them and things like that. Then a lot of them say, wow, Mr. Lu is very law-saw. Mr. Lu, you this, you that. I just say this very clearly, okay? If I will be like other YouTubers, cut a nice video, take my time to slowly edit, 3 days later then post up, that cannot be real time. Yeah. For me now, very easy. I come up with slides, half an hour, 1 hour, do a lot of research along the day, then we just cut it up and just work and just start. Then you get, okay, so it's a trade-off between, okay, timeliness and time taken to watch videos. So I try my best. In the event you cannot watch the video, which is too long, yes, I'm very long-winded, And I'm 50 years old, I now continue to be long-winded, okay? If you cannot afford the kind of time, okay, first of all, always cut the first 5 minutes away because I'm talking rubbish and talking cock. And then, watch for the next 20 minutes, we'll get the gist of it. But if you can't, at least download the slides and you watch and just take a quick flip at the slides, okay? Yeah, very toxic people, and yes. So I try my best to at least give you my slides. Okay, I don't think any YouTuber actually provide the slides. That part I almost never seen before. Okay, so yeah. So I think sorry, I just saw something funny. Ziyang say that everybody like, then Mr. Lu don't need to waste time. Yeah. So and I've got a very nice I want to use the intern more like a friend now. Okay, actually he cut out some of some gist of my YouTube video and put it in my TikTok, so he manages it for me, and I've got one staff overseas to help me cut down the video, and you can watch for 1-2 minutes, that kind of thing. So you can go to my TikTok channel to do so as well. Okay, there's a 1M65 TikTok channel. Okay, you all can go there and watch it. I never promoted it, but maybe I should promote it now. 1M65 TikTok channel. Okay, cool. Okay, so with this, sorry, Mr. Lu will still be long-winded. Mr. Lu video will still be long. Someone offered to cut, to edit my videos. Yes, I really appreciate it. I gotta think of ways where to put it up, but I think but I will continue to be very fast. Like today, the news come out, right? The property news just came out. The job news just came out. I went live straight away so that it can be timely. So that when you watch the stock market, you're like, oh, what happened? How come down? So I know. Then I'll give you my balanced picture. I'll tell you, for example, yes, the stock market come down. I don't think it'll come down a lot because this is a small bump. Okay, not that big a deal, right? So I give you some. Now it is a serious matter. Then I'll tell you it's a serious matter. Okay. What's World Cup tonight? Who versus who? Japan is really amazing. I didn't watch a single match, but Japan is really amazing. Very proud of Japan. Okay. Yeah. So as my pastor always say, even Jesus do 100% success. Okay, Korea versus Portugal. All right, Korea, go for it. Korea not very. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right, cool. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Okay, and we'll see you in 1 or 2 days time. Kate Lu is coming over to Korea to join me. I'll get her to sing a song for everybody. How about that? Okay, Kate Lu is amazing with her voice. Yeah, really amazing. Yeah, really amazing. Yeah, so it's like a songbird. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good night, Eileen. Okay. Yes. QI. Good night. Okay. Lee Mei Guai. Live video unique. Okay, a bit long-winded. Okay, sorry with long-windedness, that won't change. Okay, too old, very long-winded. Yeah, Henry, good night to you. Okay, Mufi, good night. Okay, Eileen, good night to you. Okay, Everson, good night to you. Ziyang, okay, Wen Liang. Most of you sing both places, Premium Mall and here. Okay, Zui Hua Lin. Okay. Yes, Louise, Jasmine, Ray, good night to you. Bernard, Chai Tong, good night to you. Remember, give a like before you good night, Ken. Okay. Yes, thank you, Andre. There's someone written in Tamil. I don't know how to read Tamil, but good night to you too. Okay. April, good night to you too. Okay. Hey, give like. I'll give like. Okay, Tolong. Okay. Yes. Okay, do a request. I can't sing as well as my daughter. Okay. Yes. Okay, Amy, good night to you. Amy has the best picture here. Okay. Yeah. Wen Liang, good night to you. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna off right now, okay? Hey, Chailin. Oh, you missed my talk. Okay. Right. Okay, Chailin, good night to you. So just skip the first 5 minutes and watch 20 minutes, and then that's it. Okay, the rest is just Mr. Lu being long-winded. All right, cool. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm off it right now. Good night.